Welcome to Pro Shop Talk. I'm Daniel. I'm the technical director here at RW Supply+Design, and today we're talking about alternative stains, specifically Bona's new water-based colorant called Bona Chroma. If you haven't seen my interview with Dee, I would certainly go check that out. Dee is the training manager for Bona. He helps train people how to use their product, and he was able to give me a lot of good information about Chroma, as well as walk me through the application steps. Some of the advantages that he talked about: Chroma is low VOC, so it shouldn't off-gas much, it shouldn't have a really offensive smell, and it should be easier to work with from a smell standpoint. Because it's water-based, it's going to dry quicker than an oil-based stain, and he said it has a 2-hour dry time for this product. And the last thing is, different from an oil-based, this should not have a risk of flammability or combustibility. I should be able to take all the things that I'm working with today, wrap them up, throw them in a garbage bag, and not worry about burning anything down. So it should be a much safer product to work with as well. I've got behind me my test panel, which is 16 by 12 feet. It simulates a bedroom pretty well and gives me a pretty good idea what it's like to put this down in one room of a house. So I've already sanded the panel. I finished at 100 grit and vacuumed it off. It's vac intact, it's ready to go. One thing to highlight about Bona Chroma, because it's water-based, I do not need to water pop. So this does save me a step. I don't have to go water pop the floor. This will automatically water pop as I apply the product. I'm going to be applying it like paint. So I've got a paint tray that I'm going to roll out of. I've also got a roller with a 3/8 nap on it. I've got a bucket because I'm just going to mix up 2 liters. The nice thing is I can just work in batches with this. Even though it is 2-component, Bona marks the container so that I don't have to use the entire gallon if I don't need to. I've got all my rags. My rags are going to do 2 things. That's going to be my edges. When I cut in, I get to rag on, rag off the edges. I'm also going to be using the rags to pick up a majority of the stuff that I roll down before I get on it with the buffer. And then when I get on it with the buffer, I'm going to be using some thick white pads under my buffer to even out the color across the floor. The instructions on here say this should cover 600 to 700 square feet. My panel's only about 200 square feet. So if I mix up half of this, that should be plenty to finish our panel. One more thing before I get started, I always keep a piece of sandpaper from the final grit that I sanded the floor, just in case I see any inconsistencies that I need to wet sand out while I'm staining. So I have this in my pocket. I'm going to start over on this side of the panel, and I'm going to work in sections as I come back, and then I'm going to exit my door right here. Dee said to paint this on, so I want to make sure as I'm doing this, I get a real thick coat on with my rag. I'm just going to go through and gently rag off. Okay, so we did the edges, we ragged on, ragged off, and now we're going to do the field. We're going to start by rolling that on. The thing I'm noticing immediately is it does not have a harsh smell, so it definitely is a lot less offending than other stains I've used. This is just like painting a floor. So we want to put a good heavy coat down, and I want to make sure I really do overlap into that area that I cut in. Looks like I've got a good even coat of that painted. I've covered up the grain of the wood. And now I want to come back with a rag and start taking some of that excess off. Dee highlighted, you're not taking off all of the product, you're just taking off the majority. And he even said with the lighter colors, you might not even have to really take much off with rags. Man, already the first thing I'm seeing is it's blending to the edges really well. It's working that color in. Could have probably even left a little bit more of that on the floor during the wipe off stage. But even so, I think the color consistency is really good. That was the first section. It buffed in really good. I didn't overwork it. Dee said don't overwork it, so you know, we just did a couple buffs back and forth. The field blended really well with the edges, and now we're just going to pick our next section and move back from there. Yeah, just to reiterate, again, when I roll out my next section, I do want to overlap back into that old section. It's like Dee talked about, it does reactivate the old product, and I don't want to have a gap between the new part I'm working on and the old part. So if you can see over here, I've got a good overlap, and I'll be able to wipe that off and buff that. Should all even out, hopefully. We'll find out. It's getting a little bit tacky, and I can also see swirls, and I think I've loaded this side of the pad, so I'm going to flip it over to the clean side. My last clean pad, so I feel like that's getting loaded. We buffed our way out of the room. I tried to buff in line with the wood as much as I could as I walked my way out, and let the buffer be the last thing to touch the floor. I did leave some harsh lines around here as I came out just because I wasn't able to work the buffer around some areas. So we're going to test the reactivation. I've got my stain rag I use for cut-in, and I'm just going to try to reactivate these lines, wipe them off, see if they'll go away. Oh, well, that's probably a sanding mark then. I'm just going to try to sand this in. Wet sand it a little bit, so we can get that line to disappear. Look at that, it's gone. We just finished up the panel. Initial impressions, there's hardly any smell. So from that point of view, it is a lot more pleasant to put down. It was actually surprisingly easy to work with, considering that it's water-based. Water-based gets a bad rap. People think it's gonna dry too fast, it's gonna lap, it's gonna be hard to work with. So I was actually surprised how easy this is to work with, considering the fact that it's water-based. And we're in Denver, Colorado, so things are gonna dry that much quicker. It is a different process to put down. I mean, as you saw, rag on, rag off was roughly the same, but the whole rolling on, getting a little bit of the excess off, buffer, I mean, that's just a whole new skill set and method to learn. Now, I would say it doesn't seem like it's necessarily way harder or way more difficult, but it is just a different thing to learn. If you're not used to buffing with pads on stains or oils, you know, things like that, then it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. The other thing is the rolling on, just painting the floor. That also feels a little bit different, but it's also easier from a standing position for me to roll on than to be down, trying to scrub it on and rag on and things like that. So initially, yeah, I like it. I get to take everything that I just used, I get to throw it straight into a garbage bag and throw that in our dumpster. I don't have any worries about fumes, flammability, combustibility, any of that stuff. So Get to come back after this is dry and evaluate how it looks. Everything's just going straight into a trash bag. And if I have to clean anything up, it's just warm, soapy water. Done. It's the next morning and everything is clearly dry. It's dried all night. And again, this product only has a 2-hour dry time according to Dee. Overall, I'm really happy with the result. The color is vibrant, looks good. It's a great color and it went down really well. So today I'm just looking at a couple spots that I'm going to try to repair. I left some heavy spots on the panel. I've got some sanding marks, some swirls that I want to try and get out. And I also have some spots that I missed a little bit of stain and there are some light spots. So according to Dee, the product reactivates itself, so it should blend in pretty well. I'm going to start out by mixing up some more of that stain and then using a rag and a little piece of sandpaper to try to buff out some of these spots and take a look at how repairable it is. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to rock this gallon for a while and make sure that I get it mixed up again this morning. The jug says that it's a 20-to-1 ratio to mix, so if I had a scale or something to measure volume, I could do a 20-to-1. Because I don't have that, I'm just going to take another liter out and then take another measure of activator. Okay, so we've let the stain sit a little bit. Now I'm just going to take a rag and I'm going to wipe on, wipe off, and see if I can get my heavy mark out of the floor. Just going to gently rub that in and see if it does reactivate and come out. Yeah, that mostly came out pretty quickly. So, like the look of that. I still see a little bit of a line, so just going to try to put a little bit more product on there and let it sit for a little bit longer. I've got also a sanding mark here in the corner, a little bit of a swirl. I'm going to just try to put some of this product on and wet sand that and see if I can get that to go away. I'm just using the same 100 grit paper that I finaled the entire floor with. All right, got that sanded out. Let's put a little bit more sand on there. We're all done with the repair. That was pretty simple. It went really quick and I was able to just add some extra Bona Chroma on top of that heavy mark. It re-emulsified, it came out. I was also able to just wet sand out my sanding swirl marks in the corner and those are completely gone now. So I like the way that the product reactivates and gets rid of those lines. We're gonna move on and try that in a couple other spots real quick and see how those go. Yeah, so right off the bat, I notice little to no smell or VOC, which if I'm going to work with stain a lot is a big advantage to me. It's not going to be offensive to my nose or present, potential health hazards on down the road. So that is great. Application, it is a different type of product to apply for sure. There's going to be a learning curve, just like Dee mentioned. Tend to buff your stain in. You're probably a little bit more used to what this kind of method is going to require, but even at that, rolling on and getting off some excess and then buffing with the pad is going to be a little bit different than how most people would buff in a stain. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. Experienced contractor could easily learn it. I suspect that as you work with the product, you'd be able to put it down more efficiently. Here in this 200 feet, I used, 2 white pads and a bunch of rags. I would imagine if you've worked with the product a while, you can get better at knowing the amount that you should put down on the floor, and so that you're not wasting as many rags and pads getting it off. But it is a little bit different. I also like the fact that it's not going to catch fire, it's not combustible. I can bag everything up, I can throw it in my van over the weekend. I'm not going to worry about anything catching fire there. Just repairability, it is able to be repaired easily. It's not like water-based sealer or some other water-based products I work with that require a lot more technique to blend and can lap line and things like that. So the repairs were simple, straightforward. I was able to do them quickly, and I'm really happy with that. I absolutely would use this product. Good color. Besides that learning curve, it's pretty easy to apply. I was able to apply it just myself. I would imagine if I got into a larger room or house, I'd have to adjust and figure that out a little bit more. But I do have confidence that it can be done. I think it would be good first for anybody who is into the Bona system and wants a stain that is low VOC and can be used with all of the other Bona products. Also, anybody who just wants a stain that doesn't smell, isn't going to long-term propose or present as many health risks. Anybody who wants a fast drying stain, with oil-based products, you have to let them dry overnight often, but this is a 2-hour dry time. So you'll be able to get back on the floor pretty quickly. And that 2-hour dry time means in a lot of situations, the part that you started on is probably going to be dry by the time you get to the end of your staining. So that's a huge advantage there. It's also a product that does have that repairability. This video is part of our larger series on alternative stains for wood flooring. Feel free to check out any of those other videos. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions.